Welcome to NBA Daily Reports. Here are the expected lineups for the games of tonight. Philadelphia Sixers vs. Indiana Pacers. Expected lineups for the Philadelphia Sixers: Tyrese Maxey, James Harden, Matisse Thybulle, Tobias Harris and Joel Embiid. Expected lineups for the Indiana Pacers: Tyrese Halliburton, Buddy Hield, O'Shea Brissett, Terry Taylor and Goga Bitadze. Cleveland Cavaliers vs. Orlando Magic. Expected lineups for the Cleveland Cavaliers: Darius Garland, Caris LeVert, Isaac Okoro, Lauri Markkanen and Moses Brown. Expected lineups for the Orlando Magic: Markelle Fultz, R.J. Hampton, Franz Wagner, Chuma Okeke and Mo Bamba. Charlotte Hornets vs. Miami Heat. Expected lineups for the Charlotte Hornets: LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier, Gordon Hayward, Miles Bridges and Mason Plumlee. Expected lineups for the Miami Heat: Kyle Lowry, Max Strus, Jimmy Butler, PJ Tucker and Bam Adebayo. Houston Rockets vs. Brooklyn Nets. Expected lineups for the Houston Rockets: Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, Garrison Matthews, Jayshawn Tate, Alperen Sengun. Expected lineups for the Brooklyn Nets: Kyrie Irving, Patty Mills, Bruce Brown, Kevin Durant, Andre Drummond. Atlanta Hawks vs. Toronto Raptors. Expected lineups for the Atlanta Hawks: Trae Young, Kevin Huerter, DeAndre Hunter, Timothy Luwawu-Cabarrot, Clint Capella. Expected lineups for the Toronto Raptors: Fred VanVleet, Gary Trent Jr., OG Anunoby, Scotty Barnes and Pascal Siakam. Milwaukee Bucks vs. Chicago Bulls. Expected lineups for the Milwaukee Bucks: Drew Holiday, Wesley Matthews, Chris Middleton, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Brook Lopez. Expected lineups for the Chicago Bulls: Ayo Dosunmu, Alex Caruso, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan and Nikola Vucevic. Washington Wizards vs. Minnesota Timberwolves. Expected lineups for the Washington Wizards: Tomas Satoransky, Caldwell Pope, Corey Kispert, Rui Hachimura and Kristaps Porzingis. Expected lineups for the Minnesota Timberwolves: Patrick Beverley, D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards, Jared Vanderbilt and Karl Anthony Towns. Portland Trail Blazers vs. Oklahoma City Thunder. Expected lineups for the Portland Trail Blazers: Brandon Williams, Keon Johnson, C.J. Ellaby, Greg Brown and Drew Eubanks. Expected lineups for the Oklahoma City Thunder: Theo Maledon, Vit Krejci, Aaron Wiggins, Aleksej Pokusevski and Isaiah Roby. San Antonio Spurs vs. Denver Nuggets. Expected lineups for the San Antonio Spurs: Trey Jones, Joshua Primo, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson and Jakob Poeltl. Expected lineups for the Denver Nuggets: Monty Morris, Will Barton, Aaron Gordon, Jeff Green and Nikola Jokic. Memphis Grizzlies vs. Utah Jazz. Expected lineups for the Memphis Grizzlies: Tyus Jones, Desmond Bane, Zaire Williams, Jaren Jackson Jr. and Steven Adams. Expected lineups for the Utah Jazz: Mike Conley, Donovan Mitchell, Bojan Bogdanovic, Royce O'Neal and Rudy Gobert. New Orleans Pelicans vs. Sacramento Kings. Expected lineups for the New Orleans Pelicans: C.J. McCollum, Brandon Ingram, Herbert Jones, Jackson Hayes and Jonas Valanciunas. Expected lineups for the Sacramento Kings: Davion Mitchell, Justin Holiday, Harrison Barnes, Trey Lyles and Damian Jones. Los Angeles Lakers vs. Phoenix Suns. Expected lineups for the Los Angeles Lakers: Russell Westbrook, Malik Monk, Avery Bradley, Anthony Davis and Dwight Howard. Expected lineups for the Phoenix Suns: Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, DeAndre Ayton. Thanks for watching the NBA Daily Reports, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to be informed.